For us, climate change is it's real. You know, you see the sea level moving in. You see it happening. So, for example, some of the roads that are run along the coast, because in some islands you can see the waves, you know, moving into the road. We have more drastic climate change impacts in islands like Tuvalu, Kiribati. These are atolls. World Bank's study says that by 2050, 2060, some of the islands in Kiribati would be underwater. Already the Kiribati government has bought land in one of our islands in Fiji, the second largest island, called Vanuatu, with the plan that they will relocate there. So for us, climate change is something that is real. It's affecting people. Even in Fiji, some villages have relocated on higher ground. My own maternal grandmother's village, they've over the years moved up the hill by themselves. And then, of course, they miss something. They miss their previous surroundings, like the sea. So leaving the coast means leaving a lot of cultural underpinnings, the location, the seafood and all that. We are grateful to Pope Francis for his encyclical Laudato Si that combines faith, theology and science to talk about climate change. Pope Francis says the ecological crisis is the crisis of the loss of interconnectedness, because human activity is one of the big reasons why there is now a continuing disconnect in the environment or the ecology or the ecosystem. The challenge that Pope Francis puts forth is where do we learn interconnectedness? So so indigenous spirituality or cosmology is one source, and also the theological and the biblical foundation of our faith is also where we learn interconnectedness. Our indigenous cosmology communicates the same thing that the Genesis, the creation story, teaches, that everything was good. It's our framework of explaining how we are connected with creation, with plants, with birds, with the sea, with the air. I found it that using indigenous spirituality enhances and makes the message of Laudato Si, of interconnectedness, stronger and more understandable by our local people. See, God, the language of God has been the language that speaks to victims. God revealed himself precisely to a victimized nation, Israel, because they were suffering. And because of human suffering, God reveals himself there, and he sides with the victims. And then Jesus too, locates his mission with the victims of society. And he brings the stories of victims to the center. And these stories then disrupt or interrupt leaders, so that leaders become aware that the world is not right for these people. And I think that gives us an instrument. As a church, we need to speak the language of a God that speaks to the victims, is on the side of the victims. So I think that's, as church, that is for me, our instrument. How do you bring voice to a voiceless people and make their voice the center? And then the whole climate change language makes these people center and to disturb the world, disturb the politicians, make them realize there's something wrong.